What's up, Cancer Gang? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. Yet another bonus reading for you all out there. I'm going to read for new love or a new opportunity. Maybe it'll come through in career. Frequently, or I should say especially recently, a lot of your readings have been past-oriented, which I am more than happy to read. You do you, Cancer. But that being said, I know a lot of you out there, I don't want to isolate you by having you think I always do readings about past people. That's never my intent. I really authentically read what comes through in the cards. But I'm going to set the intention for something new and see what comes through. So if that's your jam, if you are not past-oriented but future-oriented, this might just be your reading. Let's see. You guys are accountable and responsible for all actions and decisions. This is optional advice or guidance. Please only take away what resonates, guys, okay? For Cancer, new opportunities. Let's read it that way. For new opportunities coming in. The Four of Pentacles. New opportunity to work on your house, your home, your residence. New opportunity about land or property. New opportunity in something with photography or theater. The Ten of Cups, Holy Lord, something that is going to make you so effing happy because it is something that you did for yourself. Very interesting Ten of Cups, right? Ten of Cups is typically like, you know, showing the happy family and the kids. And again, don't get me wrong. You can have all those things if that's what you desire. But just simply going off of what the cards say, you guys may be getting your own place or doing something more artistically inclined. I'm hearing the word poetic. So it could be something that is quite spiritual. Look at that big old moon. These cards are so beautiful. I don't know. I just keep wanting to say it's something that you did for yourself, and there's a tremendous source of pride because you took action on something that maybe at one point in time you were a little bit shy to approach. Which ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, something about that message is very Cancerian. Crabs, rather. Typically, they sidestep, right? They don't always go straight for it. And yet, I think it has to do with like emotionally becoming familiar with that kind of energy and what sort of this next action, this step, becoming familiar with how it makes you feel because you are informed by your emotions how you're going to go about it. So Cancers don't always take the most direct route, but then we have to remember too, you are a cardinal sign. You are a starter. You are an initiator, which is kind of like this beautiful melding, this blending of both those energies. So anyway, if some of you are feeling kind of reserved or hesitant or really it could even just be indecisive, like I want this thing and I know it would make it happy, I'm not quite sure if I'm ready to do it. I don't know, the King of Wands is the king of action, the king of following, and king or queen. I mean, I am reading for Cancer. We'll get into the other energy here in a minute. But someone, I'm going to do it that way, someone who chases their dreams, who follows their passion. It's very much associated with Leo energy, so listening to your heart, right? King of the jungle, getting in there like the lion, like you own the place. I do see a couple things that have to do with the home or land or property. Some of you may end up owning like a bed and breakfast or doing some sort of, it could even be something like a rental property, you know. I'm getting a little bit like romantic vibes in terms of like, you know, the romantic artistic life. You know, if you dream of renting a little cottage in Ireland, but you're afraid to do it on your own or whatever, a lot of you choose to do it. And I don't know, I just feel like you're going to look back and be so grateful that you did, but it will be one of like the happiest chapters in your life. And again, take it if it resonates. I don't want you to all pick up and move to Ireland on a whim because you heard it in a tarot reading. You know, listen to the confirmations of what you were already thinking. But you know, if that hits the money for some of you, then there's your confirmation rather. Let's see. Some of you, there's curiosity or intrigue coming in with a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So that if you're looking for love and you're like, I wonder who's coming in and I want someone new. The fact that this is someone new, because I mean, that's the intention I set. So I'm going to read it through that lens. And they're coming in as a king. Ooh, Cancer, love it, right? You know, we don't want people coming in as pages. You know, we'll take it as knights, but we're not going to get our hopes up. Like kings and queens, abso-freaking-lutely. Love that. Again, possibly someone with strong fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. It doesn't have to be. Double Leos here. What does that mean? The way I said that, double Leo. Is it a Leo sun, Leo rising, or a Leo sun, Leo moon? I mean, it could be something silly. This is how tarot works, guys. Like, it could be something like they have two cats, or even two children that are Leos. They may have twins who are Leos. I don't know. They may be a twin, right? Something like that. Whenever I see doubles, there's something there to that message. It could be a Gemini with strong Leo or strong fire, rather. So why is Cancer intrigued? Oh, interesting, though. Look at you see where her hands are? She's got kind of these like little jewels hanging down from this really like, I like this. It feels very spiritual. It feels like a blessing. It feels like the universe communicating with you. There might be different options or different suitors, and I don't know, maybe you're sort of deciding which one you're going to pick, or if you are already immersed or involved in something that has a lot of your time and attention and your focus, there's nothing wrong with it, but I think you're being cautious to allow new energies into your life because you don't want to rock the boat of this really beautiful thing that you either have recently accomplished or you're working towards. You might just be questioning, do I have the time and energy to put into this? And it might come from a cautious place of, I don't want to get burned, or I want to make sure I'm not attracting people into my life that are bringing sort of any negative energy. I think this person is salivating. There's a very strong sexual energy to this too, specifically this card. A salamander. Salamander is typically shown on the Knight of Wands, so, maybe that's saying this person has a very adventurous spirit. And this person can withstand a lot. This person may have a very colorful past. And that's not, I don't mean that in like the negative sense. I know sometimes we say that as to like sugarcoat a crazy past. No, it's just this person might be very worldly. They may have had a lot of experiences. They may come from very humble beginnings and have sort of fought their way through life to maintain or hold this position that they're currently in. This person's a warrior at heart. This person is a fighter. And so what's between them? The Queen of Swords. Honesty, truth, integrity, fairness, justice, loyalty, compatibility. Queen of Swords ruled by Venus, right? Typically a Libra card. Inspiration. There could be a mutual form of inspiration. Maybe you guys inspire each other to be the best versions of yourself. And feel free to view this through another lens other than romance. I can't help but kind of see that. This person has an important message. What is that message for Cancer? Oh my goodness, Cancer. Romantic suitors. Possibly a Gemini. Yeah, there's like a physical reaction when you're around this person. And I don't just mean in like the sexual sense. Like that certainly is probably the case too, but I don't know if it's like butterflies in the tummy, but you feel something physically when you're around them. What is that about? It's something to do with their words. Their words are very powerful. It could be like, someone tells you a story and it gives you the chills. There's something about that. It may have to do with their past. I also feel like there's sort of I'm hearing humbling, but that's not what I was going to say. But there's a story this person shares with you that could be rather somber. Something that this person's been through. Maybe they lost a parent. Maybe they lost a child. It doesn't have to be that extreme, but there's something that it's almost like this person is bowing their head in like a moment of silence, paying respects to something or someone. This person may invite you into that narrative of their life or share something very personal with you. This person may have even lost a romantic suitor in their past. I don't know. There's some kind of very deep energy. And maybe they've had to be cautious who they share it with in the past, but I mean, Cancer's like, tell me everything. I got you, boo. Like, there's a lot of like strength in your emotional capacity, your ability to take on new things and hear new things and not flee or run away. There's a tremendous amount of empathy for something that this person has been through. So I'm going to say what I always say. I don't mean to offend anyone out there. Just make sure this doesn't turn into oh my God, you're a victim, you're wounded, let me mother you. You understand what I mean, right? And I don't mean to chalk you guys up to stereotype at all. That's never my intention. I kind of look at the energy and see, okay, this looks great, but where could there be little slip-ups? And I do see that a little bit. So again, just be cautious. Forewarned is forearmed. The thing is, you guys seem to be coming from such a place of strength, of stability, of peace of mind. There's something recently where it almost feels like you have a new lease on life. You may have done an internal transformation as well as maybe like a physical one. And I don't necessarily mean in like a vain or I'm hearing the word vanity. It doesn't have to be like, Sandy in Grease, like, cheerleader Sandy versus bad girl Sandy. But also, like, who am I to judge? Like, if that's what makes you feel good, go for it. There's something that you're doing for yourself where it's just like, twirling around the room looking at yourself just like, this is who I am now, and like you love who you're becoming. That is effing amazing energy. So just make sure that you're very cautious of who and what you're allowing into your life so that it doesn't shake your foundation. And I don't think it will. I do like this. I even like this Queen of Swords. Sometimes the Queen of Swords can have like a negative vibe, or she can be kind of bitchy or angry looking. She seems very kind to me. But with the Queen of Swords, there's always the importance placed on justice, on equality, on truth. And so I think that's sort of the type of energy you're wanting to accept in your life. Equal give and take. And yet there's a tremendous sense of warmth and empathy from her. Maybe that's not the right word. I'm not making this person out to be a victim either, because they don't see themselves as a victim. Whatever this sort of humbling experience or loss or saddening experience, they've overcome it. I mean, obviously it's a memory they still hold on to, but they haven't let it ruin them or shake the person that they were meant to be. They've owned their wounds and they've done the internal work, and that's why I love this energy coming in. It's strong. And it's not perfect. There's something where there isn't this intimidation factor of, oh, this person has one up on me, so maybe I don't deserve them, or blah, blah, blah. There's like, no, like you both are warriors, maybe in different ways, but I don't know. I think you come together and you're strong. I don't know. There's a combination of your energy. There may have, for one or both of you, there may have been issues of abuse at some point. Whether it was in the family or something with an ex, it seems like, and I'm not predicting that. That has something to do with like stories that are, I'm wanting to say buried, but at some point the truth is exposed, and I don't know. I have to be honest. The vibe I'm getting is something about being able to share that story or the skeleton in your closet that you felt you've had to hide away from the world. You can express it openly with this person, and it doesn't scare them off. It makes them want to relate to you more and learn more about you and share more with you too. It almost like allows them to know that it's okay to share these things. I like this a lot. And then the Seven of Swords, I think that's actually exactly what we were just saying. The idea of I want to run from this because it's too comfortable. This person doesn't have to do that anymore because, I don't know, or you don't have to do that anymore. She's holding like this what looks like a red apple. Maybe it's a rose. I don't know. The idea of temptation to run. Seven of Swords is sometimes when the thoughts don't match the actions. And because it's Cancer, there's a lot of moon energy here. It could be that sometimes the feelings don't match the words or vice versa. Your actions don't line up with what you actually are thinking or want to say or do. There's a freedom here. I don't know. I do like the Seven of Swords. Her arms are open. She's ready to receive. She's grateful. And there's someone who has her back, too. The character in the back, too, doesn't look like troubled or upset or that they were, there's no shady energy here. I don't think there's malintent on either of these parts. Maybe it's just like this person ends up being your rock and you do for them. It's like you guys can support each other and then you can go out in the world and have some freedom and kick ass, and then you come home to this, and that looks really delicious and fun and nice. Yeah, I like this. I'm glad I set the intention for something new, because if I don't, I feel like the general energy always is like, give us the past. And I have no problem doing that. I just don't want to isolate the Cancers who are like, I don't want my ex back, because that in itself is like a very powerful, like, I got what I needed from that person and I'm ready to explore new things. Good for you, right? I'm not here to tell you differently. So I'm trying to think what else I can ask of this. I guess, what is this that Cancer has recently accomplished that they're so proud of? Or I keep hearing something about standalone. So especially for my Cancer risings, for some of you, your 10th house might be ruled by Aries, which is a very independent, trailblazing energy, very kind of like entrepreneurial warrior spirit, right, out in the world. And again, that's just for Cancer rising. This, if you're a sun or moon sign Cancer, this doesn't mean it's not your reading. Up to you to interpret. The Queen of Cups, yeah, you stepped into your highest power, your highest energy. You're ready to receive. Look at that. And you don't have to chase it. Like, there's a calmness. There's a peace of mind here. There's something cyclical with Cancer, right? The moon, it fluctuates, it changes. Same with the tides. Something is going to come back in, or something will come in for you. I don't want to say come back in because, again, the past. But whatever this is, right? Interpret it as you like as well. You know that patience is a virtue. But as I like to remind all my people who watch tarot, you're not going to have to chase what is meant to be yours. Make your intentions known. Don't play hard to get. But once you kind of put it out there, wait for the right one to find you, you know? And because you do kind of have this almost like fiery energy, I don't think I have to tell you, you're already taking actions on the things that are in your control. So maybe this just denotes, you know, move forward on what you can control and then be patient with the rest, you know? Meditate on what you want if you don't know. It's okay to take like a break and a breather. You don't always have to be go, go, go energy, because it's hard to manifest in that kind of like manic energy too. There's something calm, there's something beautiful about this. It could be a money opportunity. It could be something regarding your mother. If there's been a big build up to, I don't know, reconciling something with a mother or whatever. Some of you may be pursuing a career that's very creative or spiritual. You may have gotten a job offer. And again, the idea of standalone. There's really no one else around you. So I'm not saying isolated. It's quite the opposite. If you've put a lot of time and effort into doing something independently or on your own, again, something about that wave or that tide coming back, I think you get what is due to you when you really put that positive manifestation energy forward. I like that a lot. And then what I kind of want to wrap it up with this King of Wands. It may represent your more masculine energy, again, being the action-oriented person, the initiator. It could be a future job opportunity. It could be a romantic suitor. I mean, with the Lovers, and I don't know, even this Queen of Swords, it has like a very passionate, I want to share my truth and my energy with you. It feels more romantic to me. And yeah, I mean, hopefully that will make some of you happy to hear. The Lovers, this is a very specific Lovers card, right? I don't want you to take this in a negative way. There is a heavy energy to this, but for some of you, I think it might allow you to thrive because of this mutual sharing of our past and our stories and not having to run and hide from it, but embrace who we are, scars and all. You know, even the parts of us that we used to feel ashamed about or self-conscious about, there's an open communication. There's like an ability to express oneself with emotion, with clarity, with logic, with strength, with passion, with action. I just like the combination of these cards. Gosh, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what else to ask about this King of Wands. If this does represent a romantic suitor in Cancer's life, can we know anything about the timeline or anything regarding next steps, future actions for this king? Might be a water sign too. The Two of Swords. All right, approaching you. I like that. And again, this Two of Swords, it doesn't seem confrontational. It doesn't seem avoidant. This kind of seems like, hey, I'm so-and-so, nice to meet you, like putting out a hand to shake. Again, there may be a part of you that is a little bit, like, can I trust this person? Should I trust this person? Don't lean into fear, lean into logic, lean into what you know, the lessons you've learned in the past. But there isn't the need to remain guarded or hide yourself away in your little crabby shell if that is something that you used to do. And I'm not saying all of you did, but freedom to express yourself, to say what you want to say, be who you are, and not apologize for it or not feel shamed for it. I like this. Initiating conversation. This is Moon in Libra, so the desire to relate, right? Our Moon is our needs, our wants. You have to kind of feed your Moon every day to make sure you're good, especially Cancer, because that's your ruling planet. Moon in Libra, it wants to relate. It wants to help. It wants to communicate. It wants equality. It wants justice. It wants peace. There's Cancer again. And then you have the Oak King, which is the Hanged Man in this deck. There could be a discussion of contracts or discussion of future plans. 8. Something with a Leo, again, is coming through. This is Neptune energy. It could be something with a Pisces. That's not the first message I get. I see the horns and I think like Aries or Sagittarius too. I don't know. This could be a million different signs. Whatever. I can't read too much into the signs. Let's see. The King of Cups. See the King of Wands and the King of Cups. Family man. You catch more bees with honey. I don't know why I'm saying all these things to you. I just am. This one tripped me up. Why are we seeing the Oak King? Because we're initiating conversation. Maybe, it is Neptune energy, so maybe instead of pause or delay, which is typically what the Oak King represents, maybe this is just dreamy energy. Maybe this is just sort of, again, kind of, it has like an emotional connotation to it because it is kind of Pisces Neptune energy. The idea to dream about what this connection may bring in the future. Yeah, and allowing yourself the ability to dream. I'm hearing hang-ups. Who are you hung up on? I don't know. I don't know. Do you have two options? Always comes through in the Cancer readings too. You do have a lot of kind of duality here too. The two lions, the two gentlemen here. The Lovers can sometimes represent options and choices, and that was the first thing I said about this. It's like you get presented with multiple opportunities at once, and maybe they're not all romantic. This could come down to a choice of I'm going to pursue this relationship, or am I going to take this job in a different city? And there is no right answer. I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat. I am going to really stand by what I said of doing things for yourself, putting your best foot forward, and not leaning too far into sort of that Libra energy of accommodating everyone else's needs. This is a big transformative chapter for you to go after your own dreams and ambitions and goals. It doesn't mean that can't happen in the same timeline as love or whatever this is, or vice versa if you already are with someone. But I do want to reiterate, the right person will wait for you, or the right person will, again, negotiate or find a common ground where you guys can make this work and it doesn't have to be one extreme or the other. So just keep that in mind. You do have two kings here, so, if you're a male Cancer interested in males, awesome. This looks fantastic. Again, it could come down between choosing something in your job or your career where you're required to be more assertive and more driven, right? You could be being represented as the wands there, but then also being open to love, accepting love, receiving love, that sort of thing. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is coming through here. You may be invited to meet this person's family at Thanksgiving, or that could be the timeline of when this arrives, actually. I did ask about the timeline. This could be something, too, that doesn't... there's something very patient about this King of Wands. Sometimes the King of Wands looks really kind of like... maybe not aggressive, that's not the right term, but typically wands need inspiration and action pretty quickly, right? There's something where I think there's a peacefulness, there's something that brings you peace of mind, is you guys don't have to rush into this. You can get cozy, you can relax and not be really stressed about the details or the timeline. Go off of what you know, right? Don't sink too deep into the fears. And I don't really see you doing that, but I guess it's just a reminder. Take this person at their word, and if the words match their action, then you have no reason to worry. Relax. Let it be. Let it develop organically. Let's throw some zodiac signs on it and wrap up. Any zodiac signs that want to come out? I don't have the best of luck getting zodiac signs, but we'll see. This is my astro deck. Scorpio, the animal. The first house associated with Aries, so a lot of Mars energy here. We're headed into Scorpio season 2, so that could be a timestamp. It could also indicate someone who is Scorpio rising, so that could be you, Cancer. If you're a Cancer sun, what's your rising sign? Are you a Scorpio rising? If so, double down on this reading. Could also be your person as well. Opposition, balance, relates, mirrors, interacts, confronts, makes conscious, manifests, disciplines, conflict with, tests, objectifies, calls out. I like this, the push and the pull. You need conflict in any healthy relationship. It doesn't have to be bombastic, manipulative, angry, but it balance. Just Moon and Libra, right? It came out right next to the Libra, the scales, right? I like that card. Opposition. It could be energy that is polar opposite to a significant placement. So if you are a Cancer sun, there could be a strong Capricorn energy to this person. If you are a Scorpio rising, there could be a strong Taurus energy to this person, right? I'm just kind of giving you some opposite ideas. Opposites are Aries, Libra. That's one pairing. Taurus, Scorpio is the other. Gemini, Sag. Leo, Aquarius, I skipped over one. Cancer, Capricorn, of course I said, and Virgo, Pisces. 12th house, Pisces energy. and sextile. I'm going to interpret that quite literally. Oh, and look, 7th house. Long-term partnership with that little scale associated with Libra, but again, it could be any sign. I'm wanting to read this one to you. Subconscious mind. Ooh, I just spat. Sorry, guys. Subconscious mind, compassion, dreams, karma, forgiveness, baggage, trance states, the unseen, healing, spiritual development, guilt, prayer, Akashic records. Sextile is quite simply an opportunity, but it's what you make of it. It's not something that is just handed to you. If you were sitting there expecting someone to knock on your door without putting in any effort, it's not going to happen. Sextile says there's a beautiful opportunity here, but you have to put your best foot forward and show the universe that you're ready. Collaborates, assists, explains, provides opportunity, synergizes, creates possibilities, opens doors, promises, brings insight, communication, welcome, development. Something very artistic. And snowflakes, that might be a timestamp too. If Scorpio season isn't your season, maybe Capricorn season or Aquarius season or something where there might be snow in some parts of the world, of course. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, Cancer gang.